In this lesson, we're going to learn how to rearrange linear functions into slope-intercept form. Slope-intercept form is the layout for a linear equation that mathematicians often like to use. The format is y equals mx plus b, and when in this form, we can see that the m value represents the slope or the steepness of the line, and the b represents the y-intercept. But what if we're given an equation that is not in this form, and we want to rearrange it so that it is? Well, we simply have to use inverse operations, and then we can transform it fairly simplistically. Let's take a look at an example. Suppose we have the equation 4x plus 3y equals 12. We want to rewrite the equation in slope-intercept form, so we'll use inverse operations. Our goal is to solve for y, so that we have y equals. I like to draw a line down from the equal sign so I can keep track and make sure I do something on both sides of the equation at all times. The first goal is to remove the x from the left-hand side. We have positive 4x, so we use the opposite and subtract 4x from each side. On the left-hand side, I have no x's remaining. All that's there is 3y. On the right-hand side, I have the negative 4x and the positive 12. Notice that I wrote the x term first. That's because to write an equation in slope-intercept form, I have to have y equals something x plus something. Now let's take a look at the next step. I see that I don't have y alone yet. I have 3y. The opposite of 3 times y would be dividing everything by 3, so I divide all terms by 3. On the left-hand side, I have 3 divided by 3, which is simply 1y, so y equals. On the right-hand side, I have negative 4x divided by 3. That's negative 4/3 x. And I have 12 divided by 3, which is positive 4. The equation can be written in slope-intercept form as y equals negative 4/3 x plus 4. Now, sometimes while dealing with these equations, we run into an interesting situation. Example 2 highlights this. We want to write the equation 2x minus y equals 3 in slope-intercept form, and we follow all the same rules. We draw our line down from the equal sign, and the goal is to get the y alone. The first step will be to subtract the 2x from each side. When I do that, I have negative y equals negative 2x plus 3. But notice that the y is not alone yet. I actually have a negative y, which is the same as negative 1y. So I divide everything by negative 1. Negative y divided by negative 1 is simply y, so y equals. Negative 2x divided by negative 1 is a positive 2x. And 3 divided by negative 1 is negative 3. So y equals 2x minus 3 is the equation in slope-intercept form. Here's an example for you to try. Can you write the equation 5x minus 6y equals 18 in slope-intercept form? Please pause the video here and come back when you're ready to check your answer. Let's see how you did. Our goal is to solve for y, in other words, to get y alone on the left-hand side. We begin by drawing our line down through the equal sign and subtracting 5x from both sides. When we do that, we're left with a negative 6y on the left, and on the right, we have negative 5x and positive 18. Now we have to isolate y by dividing everything by negative 6. On the left, we have negative 6 divided by negative 6, which leaves us simply with y equals. On the right, negative 5 divided by negative 6 is 5/6 x. And 18 divided by negative 6 is minus 3. The equation, written in slope-intercept form, is y equals 5 over 6x minus 3. This is everything you need to know to get started rearranging linear functions into slope-intercept form. You can learn more about linear functions in Mr. Dorey's Algebra Handbook, available at www.doreypublications.com.